self-care is not selfish. It really is selfful. Taking care of you is important so that you can continue the journey to take care of everything you need to nurture, feed, and have that book baby come to life.
Gretchen's a children's book author. She wrote her first book, Am I Your Favorite? And she's also a part of my team. She's a self-care coach, founder of A Powerful You. And you can visit her website if you'd like to know more about her at apowerfulyou.com. Welcome, Gretchen. I'll give you an opportunity to go ahead and talk a little bit about self-care, especially as people are going to start getting so overwhelmed with in the next week or so.
I know. And I love it so much. I'm so glad you're all here. And I wanted to say you're in great hands. First of all, I've worked with April, I've worked with Bobby, and that's such a great start. But I want to say that you're starting an amazing journey, and I'm so excited about it. And I think that what's really incredible is you've had this amazing idea that you've basically birthed, right? And that I want to think about that you are now this proud parent of your very own book baby. And whether you've cared for a baby firsthand as a parent, or maybe you've cared or seen people caring for a baby from afar, you're going to realize that they are a lot of work. So I want to say, first of all, if we can just think about our books as this something that we need to nurture. And in doing that, we have to take care of ourselves as well. Otherwise, we can't nurture this project. So I think that we touched a little bit on what an anxiety-ridden project this is. And we start seeing everything flooding in as to what we need to do, how we need to do it, and the information overload that we saw drinking out of a fire hose. So I just want to say that tonight I just wanted to talk to you just a little bit about what it looks like to take care of you in the process of birthing now and taking care of your book baby. And it's just like the airplane. You've got to put the oxygen mask on you first so you can take care of this project. So I want you to just take a minute. I want you to breathe and know that you can just sit back and relax. And we're just going to take a minute to talk about how to take care of you. So I wanted to start, and I had 5 strategies that I think will help for you in filling your self-care cup. And the first one I wanted to talk about is that as you're working on this project, you're going to spend a lot of time on the computer or on your phone. That means a lot of screen time, and the average person spends about 7 hours on their computer or some kind of a phone electronic device. That's average, but I know when you start working on your book, it may even increase and be a lot more time than that. So I want to say that we've heard a lot about it. It's blue light, and basically it inhibits a lot of melatonin production, which is not as inhibits your sleep, but also wreaks havoc with macular degeneration. So your eyes need to be protected as well as your body. So if you don't have a blue light glasses, put a blue light screen, and you can order them for your computer or for your phone, whatever you need to do, but make sure you are protecting yourself with blue light. And the prices of the blue light glasses have gone down a lot, and there's some real cute styles. So you can get something like that to protect your eyes. And also a really good rule of thumb is when you're working on the computer for screen time, it's basically to set a timer, and every 20 minutes, take a 20-second break and look at something 20 feet away. And you can kind of think of that like eye yoga, like let your eyes stretch out a little bit rather than this close work that you're doing and very intense and focusing on one thing, and just give your eyes a minute to breathe. So the rule of 20, every 20 minutes, set a timer for 20 seconds and look at something 20 feet away. And also it's recommended that we sit a lot now, right? We sit at our computers, we sit to drive, we sit to work on our phone. So it is a really good idea to, again, set a timer, and every hour, take a 5 to 10 minute break. Get up, stretch, walk. A great idea is if you can get outside. A lot of people like to take a minute, breathe in a little bit of nature, take off their shoes, walk in the grass, but just take a minute to kind of break that cycle of sitting and this intense focus so that you can kind of refresh and feel a little bit better when you do get back to the computer. And the second tip that I had for you is posture. Okay. So what we're finding is a lot of people, when we're working on the computer, our posture goes to heck, right? We've got something that's being developed because of all the forward leaning, looking at our phone, looking at the computer, and it's called tech neck, right? So our head is tipped over, our shoulders are hunched, and we get up and we never straighten back out. So tonight, I want to just talk a little bit about when you're sitting in your chair. I have a very bad habit of crossing my legs under my chair, and it's kind of wreaking havoc with my legs. So I have kind of a fit band. It's a yellow band with really light resistance that I put around my legs so that it reminds me to not, first of all, not cross my legs. And second of all, keeps a little tension so that I'm not completely losing track of all of my leg muscles while I'm sitting, and I'm not collapsing and I do a lot of leaning on my feet. So one thing we can do there. Second thing is that as you're sitting, we do, I do a lot of this. I do a lot of leaning, forward movement, drop my head. So every once in a while, maybe when you're taking that break or as you just sit up for a minute, it's a really good idea to roll your shoulders back and bring them down. And then as you do that, you can take your finger to the middle of your chin and just put your head backwards. And that repositions your head over your spine, which is the neutral position. And therefore your head doesn't have any forward weight. It is actually weightless on your spine. Any amount of movement that you have that is in the non-neutral position, your head gets heavier and heavier, and it's all gravity, right? So it does a lot of compression on your spine, your hips. And what happens is a lot of that can trigger not only muscle strain, but headaches. So a good thing to do is a posture check. It's really easy to do this in the car. Just push your finger to the middle of your chin and just push your head backwards, and it almost makes your entire body move backwards, forward, and you're back in a neutral position. Once you're in that position, just bring your shoulders back and down, and you can almost feel like it's like a nice stretch for your back. So that's another way to kind of take care of yourself while you're doing all the work, taking care of your book baby. The other thing that I want to talk about, a strategy, is food, nourishment. And I want you to consider that as your fuel. Right now, you are a race car. You're on the track and you're getting it done, right? But just like a race car, you need premium fuel. And you can't put not a high grade fuel in a race car. It won't go very fast. And you're trying to go not only fast, but far and go the distance. So when I think about food, I think about nourishment, right? It's like, oh, the fuel, I want to keep my tank full. So how do we do that? We know pretty much what not to do. Probably not a lot of junk food, because that's all the things that have extra sugar, have extra salt, not the good kinds of fats that we want to have. So I think about it as, are you getting some protein? For a woman, it's the inside of it's your palm, and men have a bit larger palm, so they get a little bit more protein. Are you having a good healthy protein? Is it a lean protein? Are you getting some fish? How about some veggies? And with summer, it's really nice for us here. We have a lot of farmers markets. You can get a lot of fresh fruits and veggies to snack on. And I'm always reminding people, don't forget about those healthy fats. They really help you process all the protein, and they give you a lot of extra energy, and they're really good brain fuel. So have you got some nuts or seeds, avocados, a little bit of olive oil, really, really good. So those kind of things to think about. So when you think about you as completing this project, I just want to think about, am I fueling up? Am I putting good fuel in my car to go the distance? And the fourth tip I wanted to give you is mindfulness. With all the information that you're getting right now, your mind is full, right? It's just overwhelming, and sometimes it's confronting. And so I just was thinking that a strategy would be great if you could take maybe 5 minutes a day to simply be quiet and let everything kind of drain. Maybe you have new thoughts, but you could even take, a hand swipe and just swipe them out of your mind for a minute and just have that moment of mindfulness. A lot of my clients love to meditate. There's a lot of great free apps as far as meditation. You don't need a lot of help to meditate. It's basically sitting, being quiet, being reflective. A lot of great ideas come to people when they're quiet. So taking 5 minutes or 10 to just sit and be quiet and meditate and think about the process and allow yourself to decompress. And the last thing, and it is toward evening, and you know I'm going to talk about it, and it's sleep. So are you getting the sleep you need? There's a study out there that 70% of Americans aren't getting enough sleep. And it's really a problem because people are saying it's even more important than exercise. I know that's crazy and I don't want to rock the boat, but in terms of that, sleep is the time where you just decompress, you come back, you recuperate, and you recharge. So I'm looking at when we're working up, we've got all these projects, we're working on the computer, we've got so much to do. I'm just saying that sleep is important too. So maybe if you can jump off your electronic device an hour before bedtime to allow your body to decompress, to get away from all the blue light that could be melatonin disrupting, and just take a minute to think about your day, maybe plan your next day, just have some quiet time and really get ready for bed. It's not always easy, but would it be possible to have about a regular bedtime? That really does help your body in terms of feeling like, oh, I know when to go to bed. I know I need to sleep. And your sleep-wake cycle will really benefit you because you'll be able to get the number of hours you need to sleep, and then you'll be waking up a little bit more refreshed. So sleep is important. There are great books out there about sleep that probably will put you to sleep. But the important thing is that you take the time to really get enough sleep in this. I know there's not enough hours in the day, but I think sleep is crucial. And I save the very best for last, and that is your why. And one thing that I really feel like in my author journey and working with other authors, that it's so important, first of all, to surround yourself with what April has already done here for us. And that is surrounding yourself with your dream team so that they can support your why. And the second of all is that I'm a big believer in sticky notes. I have a lot of sticky notes, and stick up your why everywhere, on your bathroom mirror, on your computer, in your car, because as you go out, you'll still be connected to your why. Why did you start this in the first place? Why are you giving all the care and feeding to your book baby? What are you doing to really support yourself? There are a lot of different whys out there. So when we jump on social media, and April touched on it, when we start comparing ourselves to other people that are also in their author journey, we might feel a little judged, or maybe we feel a little less than, or all the emotions that come up. But the truth is that every person's why is going to be different. So I just really want you to pay attention to your why. And that really helped me too, because I had a very different why than some of the other authors in my author group. And even now I have a very different why. So why is very important. Stay attached to that. And I would love to chat with you. I do offer on my website a free half an hour consult. I'm here. I believe in supporting your journey. I believe in your book baby. And I can't wait to see what the outcome is. And I can't wait to meet your book baby. But in the meantime, please know that self-care is not selfish. It really is self-full. Taking care of you is important so that you can continue the journey to take care of everything you need to nurture, feed, and have that book baby come to life.